So we're on our way over to Skyhaven. I think it's called Skyhaven in New Hampshire. My buddy Brian needs a complex, or sorry,
Fox 2012, 2012.
high performance endorsement, and we're going to do it in the RV10. 100% sure we're supposed to be doing flight instruction in it, but we're not getting paid for it, so we're going to call it okay on that regard. We'll get it to him. That's kind of a weird one anyways. He's got, he's a CFII himself anyways. So we're heading across. These clouds are, basically scattered to broken, I would say, at somewhere around 6,500.
River 5, Romeo Foxtrot.
But it looks like it's going to end here pretty soon. Laconia is showing clear, which is, Laconia is about 36 miles up front of us. I know the sky is clear there, so I think we're going to be fine. It's clear when we're going. And on the way back, we'll just come back at 8.5. Took the wheel pants off, so we're losing about 20 knots on our airspeed. So instead of 150, 160 knots, 160 knots indicated. I'm getting 142, which is what they say, 18 knots. So it's about right. It's just going to make it a long haul on the way back, because I'm going to have to go up to 8.5. And I got 36 knots of wind behind me now, so I'm going to have 36 knots at least in the face on the way back. So I'm going to try to tell Brian I got to be out of there by 2:30. That gets me back by like 3:30, almost 4. And then I got to go to hockey. I get to go to hockey tonight. I want to say have to go, but so that's kind of the deal. So off to Skyhaven. Never been there. Been there in the area a bunch. Maggie's down there. It's not too far from Fort Smith. Using the autopilot, which is, I'm happy it's working as well as it is. It seems to be doing fine. Getting a little bit of lifties here, I think, as indicated by the clouds, so not a big surprise.
United 31, contact.
Hoping somebody plows in front of the hangar before we get back. Wow, that's a really steep mountain below us here. Definitely don't want to be trying to scud run underneath this stuff, I can tell you that.
5 Romeo Foxtrot, contact Boston Center 1-2.
All right, so that's the mission for today. Heading over to Skyhaven. I missed a good takeoff for you. It was pretty snowy. I had to actually taxi out through about 4 inches of snow that nobody cleared out in front of the hangar, but because I had the wheel pants off, I felt like it was a reasonable thing to do. And now we're heading on the way back, but the runway itself is pretty slick. Let me get back there. It'll be a very careful touchdown. No lateral, and we'll taxi in very gingerly. So I'm definitely probably going to have to put on my crampons to get the airplane in the hangar. So. All right, so we'll turn the thing off a little bit, but you guys can see out in front of us here what we're looking at for the clouds, and you can see it's looks like the ridge line right here. So basically over the White Mountains, which is I think where we are right now, Mount Washington to the north, and off to the south. So not as much fun as going to North Carolina, but Jamie had a bunch of stuff going on this weekend. We had fun. Went to the craft show, did some stuff yesterday. Got the Christmas tree lights up, or Christmas house lights up. We'll get the Christmas tree next weekend. But you can see right here is the end of this line of clouds. At least at this altitude, looks like it's going to drop down and starting to see broken again as opposed to that solid layer. So we'll catch in with you again as we get a little closer to Skyhaven. Yeah, I just thought I'd turn the camera back on, just talk about one thing here. So cold weather, it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit out here, so still not that cold, but not what you're used to. But I'm going to start a real slow in-route descent once we get clear of those clouds. That way I can keep the power up a little bit, keep the cylinder temperature up a little bit. So just a little bit of winter planning we do here, and I like to lean the engine out when I get high anyway, so we're burning like 11.6 instead of 18 or whatever. And doing 142 knots indicated airspeed. So again, about 18 knots less than what we get with the wheel pants on. Once we get clear of these clouds, we're about 50 miles out. We're going to start about a 200 foot per minute rate of descent, VFR descent into Skyhaven. Just a little bit of winter strategy to discuss. And it's pretty cool. So we're coming through this cloud here, did a little heading adjustment to get us through there. But if you look out in the at distance, you can actually see that's the line where the ocean is. So we're definitely, all the way from Lake Champlain to the Atlantic Ocean in just 38 minutes. Not too bad, huh?
95 Victor Tango, Boston approach. How do you hear?
Loud and clear, sir. En route descent for Skyhaven, passing 5,000.
Tango State type aircraft, Boston altimeter 3037.
3037, RV10, Romeo Victor 10. Got the numbers at Skyhaven.
95 Victor Tango, rest.
Boston approach, experimental 95 Victor Tango, Skyhaven in sight.
95 Victor Tango, Boston approach, rudder, and there's only going to be a serious crossing traffic overhead the field at 3,000. Rate of service terminus, call CFR, please change crew, no other traffic observed.
95 Victor Tango, thanks. Okay, altimeter set 3036 per the numbers. Field brief, I've got 4,200 feet, field elevation 332 feet. It's going to be runway 33 north pattern, so it's going to be a right-hand pattern. For that, power is required, mixture enriched fuel as selected in the biggest tank. So 3-3, so we should be staring at it right here. Alright, so here we are. We got the seacoast in sight. We got Skyhaven here. We can actually, we're even, you can see over there where Portsmouth is. You can see Portsmouth off in the distance there. Alright, haven't flown without the wheel pants in at least a year. So let's be a little careful with that. Make sure we don't get slow.
Still downwind following the Cessna 35 full stop Concord.
Alright, landing check with seatbelts. Fuel is in the fullest tank. Landing tank, so we're going to leave that on. Make sure we'll get full rich when we get down there. Prop, higher PM, boost pump, flaps, and airspeed.
Concord traffic, Cessna 53402 is turning crosswind, runway 35 Concord.
Load the RNAV just because that'll give us a little bit of glide slope. We don't need it, but it doesn't hurt. We haven't been here before. Just a tad low. Oh, cool golf course. Look at that. There's a reason to come here. Alright.
757 Tango Delta is about 10 miles.
There's people are out playing.
To the 45 for the downwind for runway 32. 7 Tango Delta.
Alright. Skyhaven traffic RV right base 133 Skyhaven. Okay, we're a little low, a little fast. Skyhaven RV's clear, Charlie. Okay, flaps are up, boost pump is off, pitot heat is off, mixture is lean, probes are off. Guess we'll park it up near the gas station? I don't know. We'll see. I figured Brian would be out here, but oh, there he is.
After landing at Skyhaven, I found Brian waiting, and since I was a little pressed for time, we decided to immediately go out and knock out his high-performance checkout. I found the FAR a little bit vague on the requirements, so decided to hit those things I thought were most important. Takeoff performance, stalls. We did some steep turns just to familiarize himself with the airplane. We came back and did go-arounds, and then we tried a short field takeoffs to demonstrate for Brian just how nose high you have to get the RV10 to keep from overspeeding the flaps. He did an outstanding job, and you can tell from that RV grin, I think he had fun. I know I certainly did, and look forward to the next time we get to fly together.
You get done the mission complete. We're on our way back. We're going to reset. Fuel computers reset. All right, we're out of here. All right, checklist. Brakes are set. Doors latched. Back and left and right, trims, back to 0, altimeter, we'll get that here.
38 Zulu, wind 310 at 0.
Okay, temperature's up, pressure's up, gonna be stopping here,
Point minus
power's coming up. Mags are set, props set, traps, frequency, transponder, everything is set. They're going to be normal takeoff laps up. Make sure I boost Rolling at 115. Okay, back. We have a problem on the right throttle. Idle brakes as required for lead repair service. Make sure lock off, switch up. Ignition switch off. Once we're airborne, we don't know it's 80 knots. So we'll try switching the tank. Make sure full bridge. We'll swap boost full bottom. None of that works. Make sure prop. Skyhaven traffic. RV is taking the runway, be departing north. Runway 33, Skyhaven. Fuel flow looks good, instruments look good.
Angle, push.
Okay, climb checklist. Yeah, RV's off the departure and ejection site. I'll be passing behind you.
Experimental, say your call sign.
November 9-5 Victor Tango, destination is Foxtrot, Sierra, Oscar, Franklin County, Vermont.
95 Victor Tango, squawk 4656.
4656.
95 Victor Tango, and you staying VFR or are you looking to pick up IFR?
I'd like to maintain VFR for now, sir. I did put an IFR in the system if I need to get back into Burlington.
Roger.
Mission complete. Battery's still good, so good. Coming up on Laconia now. I'm flying with Brian. It's good to see him. We haven't got to do anything cool like that, just the two of us before.
Settling into cruise over Lake Memphremagog in Laconia, I reflected on what a nice day it had been. After our flight, Brian and I enjoyed a great burger at one of his favorite local restaurants, The Revolution. Now I am enjoying the views of New Hampshire and the White Mountains, covered with a fresh coating of powder. What a beautiful view. It's amazing all the things the RV opens up to us.
Alright, so we came across at 7,000. We cheated up just a little bit till we got clear of the White Mountains over in New Hampshire. Now we're down to 6,500. Good proper westward VFR altitude. Well, we should be getting switched over to Burlington approach any minute here. Got Morrisville just down here to the left if we wanted to go there. Looks like it's much clearer than I was afraid it would be. So, worked out great. Would have been great coming back from North Carolina, Jamie. Just saying. Just kidding. We got stuff to do. We'll fit the airplane trips in when we can. Alright, so we got about 15 minutes to go. Should be back home.
95 Victor Tango, traffic set your 10 o'clock and 5 miles eastbound is a helicopter at 3,300.
95 Victor Tango is looking for that traffic. Okay, altimeter is set, 3038, best we got. Field break 3,000 feet around. We'll be very careful, it's going to be slippery. Power is required, make sure to reach.
422.
Looks like these are the biggest. Alright, so we got Franklin County, 22 miles on the nose. Again, we got a pretty slippery runway probably there. We We're starting our descent. We just went over the mountains. Mount Mansfield to the south of us. Bay Peak to the north. Up here. Ski country, man. Ski country. And we're leaving it leaned out to keep our temperatures reasonable. Come in for the break, just for fun. 120 knots, left-hand turn. Level. Got it. You see there's a fair amount of snow down there. Kind of a nice sunset looking picture.
November 9-5, Victor Tango, no traffic observed between you and Franklin County. Squawk VFR change to advisory frequencies approved. See you later.
Switching VFR, having a good evening. Hey, we're about 9 miles out. I think we're going to do the break because we're a little fast. It'll work out great. Franklin County traffic, experimental 9-5, Victor Tango's an RV10, 7 miles to the southeast at 2.5 being for the overhead runway 1, Franklin County. The Cisco Bay is frozen. That was quick.
Altitude.
I guess we're breaking from 1,000 feet. Somebody wasn't paying attention very well. All right, here we go. 1,000 feet, 120 knots. We're going to brake at the windsock. There's 1,100 feet. All right, and power's coming back. Rolling it. There's 80. Easing the tempo. Picture's up. Prop is up. Boost pump is on.
Altitude.
We're going to do a full flapper. Going to keep the turn coming. Okay, here we go. That was a little bit low on the approach. 65 knots, holding it, holding it.
Angle, angle, push.
Ooh, just a little high, but not too bad. All right, keep it on center line. Ooh, a little slippery right there. We're just going to let her roll right on out.
Though the runway had been cleared since we left this morning, there still remained a bit of snow on the runway, and we were very careful not to touch the brakes on rollout. Still, we stopped at about 1,800 feet, and then taxied back carefully to the hangar. We put the airplane away after another great day of flying and another adventure, RV style. See you soon for our next episode and our next adventure.
Franklin County traffic, RV's clear, Charlie.